Hello parents, faculty, staff, families, and most importantly, hello students. I want to welcome you to our virtual Fine Arts Awards ceremony. I want to begin by stating something very obvious. We have missed you. Everything we do in these spaces, whether it be on the LISO main stage, in Robb Hall, in the Black Box Theater, in our art studio, in our drama lab, or in our music classrooms, is based on you. Without you, these are just empty spaces, empty buildings. It is your creativity, your passion, your voices, your performances, your words, and your art that make these spaces come to life and define their purpose. I know these past several weeks have been difficult for everyone, and we wish you could be here with us in person to celebrate all of your achievements. There have been so many successes this year across all of our programs. From the epic production that was Les Miserables, to the virtual DP art exhibition, from our choral, band, and orchestra concerts, to our DP theater student performances. Even though many of our trips were canceled, we are so proud of all of our APAC students, our AMI students, and our Chimea students. Please know that we know there was much disappointment for you in not getting to attend those events, but also know how proud we are of you for having the courage to audition and for also being selected. One of our greatest joys as teachers and educators is getting to see you achieve. It is not only about making the groups, but getting to see you grow throughout the process and having the courage to audition. This year, we had a fantastic APAC Orchestra Festival and a tremendous MUN conference. We had excellent editions of The Spirit, the Magpie, and we cannot wait to see our high school yearbook. We know how many hours students put into making these publications the excellent works that they are. We thank you for all of your tremendous and hard work. Thank you. I would be remiss if I also didn't thank all of your teachers. Thank you. Thank you for the countless hours you put into creating your lessons. Thank you for working with students to perfect a song, a painting, a sketch, a piece of blocking, a photograph, an article, a speech, a piece for an audition, or teaching a student how to build something, and for just being mentors. Thank you for all the hard work you put into your MYP and DP courses. Your work is absolutely incredible, so thank you. Finally, to our seniors, thank you for the past 4 years. I wanted to repeat something I said last year. Even though you may be graduating and moving on, you are not replaceable. No one can ever replace your contributions, your creativity, your passion, and the time you gave to the arts here at Seoul Foreign School. Next year, there'll be other plays and other students working in the scene shop, other musicians playing in concerts, other students creating in the drama lab and art studio, other students dancing, and other students writing for the Spirit and creating the yearbook, and so on and so forth. But they are not replacing you. They are simply creating their own legacy, just as you have created yours. We wish you all the best as you begin creating your next legacy, wherever that may be. In conclusion, thank you all for helping the arts here at Seoul Foreign School truly live out the idea of inspiring excellence and building character. Each and every one of you inspire us every day, and your character has shown through in the excellence you bring to everything you do here at Seoul Foreign School. Thank you.
I'm so excited to be joining you today at what I think is the very first ever virtual fine arts banquet. The cool thing about being virtual is that I'm looking and there's no one here, but it kind of looks like I'm talking to someone. It's my privilege to get to open tonight's festivities in prayer, so would you please join me in a moment of prayer. God, thank you for so many things. Our hearts are overflowing with thanks. We're thankful for technology, which allows us to be together, even though we're all separated and in different locations. Thank you for our safety and our health. Thank you for the many blessings that we enjoy as a community and as a high school here at SFS. And thank you for the talents of the students that we get to enjoy every year that range from writing to stage performing to acting to playing of instruments. Thank you for the plethora of talents that our students have and work hard for and then share generously with our community. We are very truly blessed. God, we ask that you be with those around the world presently who are suffering from COVID-19. We ask that you would be with their families, and with them we pray for wisdom for doctors and for speedy recovery. And we ask that you give wisdom to politicians and leaders as we work to address this global pandemic. God, we ask that you be with our community as we're spread out and separated in some ways and together in other but different ways. And God, I ask that you bless our time here tonight. Thank you for all these young people and for their talents and for this chance to virtually celebrate all the amazing things that they did this year. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
So here we are for an end of the year recap of our forensics season, which this year is actually more about a list of disappointments than a competition.
Alice never disappointed me. Yeah.
So as a recap, here are some of the disappointments. No Saturday rehearsals. No forensics wear.
Yeah, the merch.
No bus ride to TCIS.
Yeah, just the bus, not the airport.
Well, not this year, not the airport.
Although we were going to send him to the airport.
Okay. No curfew calls.
You still are under curfew.
Sad.
Yeah, see, no one had to make them or receive them. No stage fright.
That's cool.
I'm pretty frightened now.
Before going into the competition. No family and friends being able to come. And this was a big year for that. We were really hoping that they would be able to join us at the competition because they don't usually get to. No heartbreaking and hilarious sibling stories from Connie. No Annalisa jumping off the table. That would have been a highlight. No JJ being chased down the street while trying to figure out if the vase that was thrown at him was valuable or not. And no Sue doing a Roz voice. No one else got to experience that. Really, it was only me.
I got the one, but that was about it. Yeah, we missed on those. Well, with improv, none of you got to hear Grace's story about being the Malaysian bully, even though she couldn't speak the language. Tony's many faceted stories on just about anything that she could talk on, and Yunso's many angles on love that she was able to at length discourse on. The extempors never got to talk about issues in the Japan, Korea topics that I know that Hayley drilled them all on, and Kate went through and they'd got on to Prepped, the American thing that was gonna revolutionize their technique. And the thing, the app. I don't know what it was. I couldn't use it. Yes. Although I still get updates saying they haven't done anything.
Yes.
Yeah. So Tony, you haven't been on Prep for a while.
Get on that.
Yeah. But not a disappointment. I think we do have to talk about the highlight.
Yes.
The debaters.
We'll get to that.
The debaters.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
I can't talk about the highlight.
We can debate whether that was the highlight.
It was a highlight. They debated against ISB. We got to see Mr. McMillan.
That was okay.
Yes,
That's not
and,
debatable. That was a high point.
It was a debate.
It was a debate, and it was a high point.
It was, and actually it is a disappointment because then you see how our two freshmen coming in, Tony and Kate together, they were just it's like a tiger, analytical. They really did take it to the ISB team and could have done really well, I think, at the tournament. And what I liked about that team was that they were almost in the mirror image of our grade 10 team. Again, we had that sort of tiger analytical mix with Hayley and Joanne, who would have, I think, this year probably dominated that tournament. They would have gone all the way, definitely been in the final, probably would have won it, and that's not debatable.
Well, we had several people. That was one of the other disappointments, is that we had so many people that we really felt had a strong chance of not just getting into the finals, but actually placing.
I think, this year we had really high hopes.
Yeah.
So. Talking of high hopes?
Memories?
Yes. How about some
I think
memory?
perhaps the memory, or the funniest thing that happened for me is always mixing up the names of Tony and Grace.
Poor Tony.
Yeah, and every time Tony, no, Mr. Ellison, Grace, I'm sorry.
So your memory is not having a memory?
Yeah, that is a funny thing. I'm kind of disappointed that, these three girls, Joanna and Sue and Annalisa, they were working hard on their OOs, and they were interesting topics like, identity and superstition, and they were still debating. They were very passionate about it. I was very confident, as you said, we were probably going to make it in the finals and probably win, and it's unfortunate that it didn't happen. Yeah.
I think Connie already had her victory speech
Yes.
all mapped out. Yeah.
Yes.
She wasn't coming back with anything less than a trophy. So yeah. The year in review.
So as disappointed as we were about how things ended up, it was still a really great team, and we missed working with the team all the way through, and we hold high hopes for next year, maybe.
Because I think actually one of the excitements is it's a young team. So you guys are coming back next year, and sadly not Connie, who led us this year, but she leaves behind a legacy of a strong team, and they will carry us into, I think it's Beijing next year.
Beijing, yeah.
So we're looking forward to next year rather than looking back on the disappointments of this year.
Yeah.
Well, it was not a disappointing year. We did, practice, and we were into it almost until the end, So it is just that we didn't participate in the
Right.
And actually,
competition, but
I love the picture. Can we just think about the picture there? That's a great picture.
I like both of them, but you're
Well,
talking about this one,
The one,
our
that
official
I'm,
team.
the one that I'm center of.
In the center, yes.
I like that.
And clearly not paying attention because
What?
you're looking off at whatever is happening somewhere else.
I'm
But it's a
looking thoughtful.
great photo.
I'm
It's-
seeing victory.
Yeah, right, that's what we'll go with. All right. Well, it was wonderful working with you this year, everyone, and we wish we could be here in person with you. But we wish you all the best as you're wrapping up this academic year, and we look forward to seeing you again in the fall.
Okay, so for the Forensics Awards for 2019-2020, it's the three coaches have met and we talked, considering that it was a shortened tournament, we didn't get to compete. So we've given just the three awards this time round. So first up, Alice, would you like to introduce the senior award?
Yeah. Well, good afternoon. I'm delighted this afternoon to offer the senior commendation for Coney, whom I have known for 4 years. When I think of Coney, I think of her as one of those students who seeks to better herself at every available opportunity. She's an actor, a scriptwriter, a debater, and a lot more. It's not easy for an IB student to juggle with all these activities, but Coney juggles them all and manages to juggle them well. In fact, I would say Coney is an ambitious student who persistently aspires towards excellence. It's not that she wants to be perfect in everything she does, but she would certainly try her best to do the best. Last year, she became a member of the APAC forensics team, and she did 2 events, debate and oral interpretation. I remember how doggedly she persevered to do her oral interpretation right. She found an excellent piece which suited our purpose very well, but there were some challenges. The poem was extremely intimate about the war experiences of a poet. Unless you were able to capture the very ethos of the poet, it wasn't going to be a success. Well, as for Coney, it was hard work, but certainly an opportunity to learn more and better herself. So she did all the hard work, and round by round, she improved her performance. This year, she became the captain of the team and did a very responsible job as a leader. It is never an easy thing to let your students go, but that's a reality. Year after year, they leave us and go on to face new challenges and opportunities. So now, that moment is now for us to say goodbye to Coney. And Coney, we are indeed saying goodbye to you now. All of us have fond memories of you, and we will miss you on the team next year. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Excellent. So the second award we wanted to give out was to the debate award. These is actually because they did debate and they did compete against another school, ISB. But we gave it to Joanne and Hayley because we felt that not just that they competed well in their usual way, Joanne very tigerish, Hayley very analytical, but also they guided our freshman debating team through the process, taught them all the tricks, showed them the way, so that in the future we won't just have one team up on that stage, but maybe 2. So for the debate award this year, we'd like to give it to Joanne and Hayley.
And our final award goes to someone who showed gentle, consistent leadership beginning before auditions. She consistently knew which team members were where at the beginning of rehearsals. She communicated efficiently and in a timely manner with teachers and students alike throughout the audition and rehearsal process, and brought a lighthearted and nurturing presence to the group as a whole. So we would like to recognize Sue as our leader this year.
Okay, and the last thing we'd like to say is, as a team, we think everyone really should have deserved the award. And if we can make it next year to Beijing, we're sure everyone will be up on that stage.
The first two awards I will be presenting are for the best writers in the spirit. Writers in spirit are selected through a rigorous application process, and all of our writers this year have contributed greatly to our paper, writing an article every 2 weeks. We would like to recognize two of those writers today. The first student in editorial team, and I would like to recognize is someone with a lot of potential. Despite in being her first year in the spirit, she never shied away from discussion, built upon any criticism, and constantly showed an eager attitude. Her creative, new ideas always produce fun and engaging articles for the opinion page. The first Best Writer Award goes to Danielle Church. The second student has been in the spirit for 3 years. She has constantly shown a lot of dedication to the spirit, and her lively, encouraging energy always brightens the atmosphere of not only her page, but everyone she talks to. Not only does she herself produce great articles that constantly get published, but she is helper to all members of the Spirit page as well as the entire club. The second Best Writer Award goes to Rachel Kang. The next two awards goes to two members on the illustration and photography team. Our illustrators and photographers constantly produce amazing work that is featured in our issues and on our social media as well. The first student we would like to recognize is an illustrator. You may have seen his work published on our issues or posted on our Instagram page, as he is one of our strongest illustrators. Always creative in his approaches to illustrations, this artist has been an amazing contributor to the illustrations in the spirit. This award goes to Nepan Lee. Our second design team award goes to photographer. His dedication as a spirit photographer is unmatched, as he has spent all 4 years of high school career as a spirit photographer. This student takes some of the best photos in the spirit, and also exhibits amazing leadership by constantly helping other photographers and always being available. This award goes to Do-Yoon Won. This next award goes to two of our page editors. Our page editors work extremely hard not only to look over articles and give feedback, but design layouts for their pages, and most importantly, manage and work with our writers. The first editor we would like to recognize never fails to show diligence and strong leadership. She pays attention to the smallest of details and always designs creative and engaging layouts. Constantly encouraging our other members, she is always upbeat even when there is a lot of work needed to be done, and leads the news page with an unmistakable energy. This Best Editor Award goes to Haley Sun. The second editor we would like to recognize has also, like many of the students we mentioned today, put in hard work and extra effort for the spirit. She has been in the spirit since freshman year and is always on top of things, always helpful and encouraging to her page. She sets a good example of leadership to all members of the club. We would additionally like to congratulate this editor as one of next year's editor-in-chiefs. This award goes to Christine Yun. The last award is the Outstanding Leadership Award. At this time, I would like to recognize the 2 students who have led the spirit this past year. They have worked day and night organizing meetings, creating layouts, and leading not only the editorial team, but the entire club as well. I know I speak for the entire spirit when I say thank you to these students for exhibiting leadership and professionalism throughout the second year. This award goes to Christine Lee and Do-Yoon Kim. Thank you.
Okay, so we just wanted to make sure that we honor the Magpie magazine club this time around at the Fine Arts Banquet. And even though we weren't able to complete the Magpie magazine this year, we do hope to do it at the beginning of next year. And we just wanted to make sure that we said thank you to those that were dedicated and really showed up to make all that we are going to be able to accomplish at the beginning of next year possible.
This first award is for 3 students who were selected as recipients of the Magpie Writing Award. These students attended meetings regularly, contributed positively to the group, and developed their skills as writers and proved themselves to be talented writers. These 3 students are Erin Lee, Kate Choi, and Yaren Minucci. Congratulations, girls.
And we also wanted to make sure that we honored the girls that were involved in the design for their creativity and their dedication. They learned a lot using the new programs and brought a lot of their artistic ability to the meetings that we had, and they were extremely dedicated about it. And those are Alan Sung, Ayoung Seo, Tara Mukund, Eugene Ko, and Irene Cho.
And our final award is the Outstanding Leadership and Commitment to the Magpie. And this award goes to Samantha Furnish. Congratulations, Sammy. Sammy was dedicated, enthusiastic, reliable, responsible, and she has a strong passion for writing. Sammy has had several of her poems published, and I'm quite certain she will continue to write and publish in the future. Again, congratulations to Samantha Furnish.
Thank you.
Hi, Yearbook team. Thank you so much for being such a great team during this, really difficult times. I know that you guys had a really hard time wrapping up virtually all your virtual meetings, and I know that you met up in Starbucks, so all your Starbucks meetings. I'm so happy that you accomplished something during this pandemic and really difficult times, and FYI, it looks great. I'm really going to miss our Wednesday afternoons, sticking around till 5 p.m., giggling with each other, joking around. That means you, David Koo. And I know that we've been meeting just for just a few months, but I really had a great time getting to know you, and I hope to see most of you next year again. And when you have time, please thank your editor-in-chiefs, Rachel and Grace, because they did a really fine job being the leaders and trying to accomplish something that could have been really impossible. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye. Hello, students. This year we had a very hectic and unique year. For almost a half of the year, we didn't meet on the 4th floor from 3:15 to 5. But you still managed to finish our yearbook through virtual meetings, and I am very, very grateful for that, and I'm very proud of you. The first award is the Most Dedicated Member Award. I have seen this student at all meetings, always so focused on the computer screen. This student worked so hard that I look forward to the great contributions the student will bring to the yearbook team. And the award goes to Irene Cho. Woo! Congratulations, Irene. I'm so proud of you. Even as a freshman, you did great. The second award is the Most Creative Member Award. I personally know this student, and I'm always amazed at the creativity the student brings to our team. This student is also very detailed, always asking advices. And the award goes to Alice Wang. I love you, Alice. Woo! And now, the final award goes to the Best Designer in Yearbook. When I saw this student's designs, I was really surprised at the student's great artwork. This student's design definitely completed our yearbook, bringing this yearbook to the next level. And the award goes to, drum roll, David Koo. David, we will miss you so much in yearbook next year. I'm so sad that you're graduating. So congrats to the seniors who are graduating this year. I will miss you very much during the 2 years I've known you. You guys are a great part of the team. And Editor-in-Chief, Rachel Kim, Grace Jung, special shout out to you both. Thank you for pulling this team, and thank you for finishing our yearbook in a great way. I love you all, and I hope to see you guys in school soon. Bye.
Hey guys, I wanted to say some things regarding how the Point of View Club has worked together this year. I think you guys have done a good job this year with regards to one or two things, but I also think that there are two areas in which we could continue to look forward as a club. Let me talk about that first area. The first area is the way in which we have collaborated as a club this year. I think there's pockets of really good collaboration that I've seen as part of a club effort this year, but I also think that these pockets of collaboration need to work better as in the service of the club as a whole, because I think that's one way in which we can improve. The second way in which I think we can improve is something that I posed to you guys at the beginning of the year, and which I think we've considered, but we need to move forward in this. And that is, how can we move beyond just using the club or the club being defined by what the school would like us to do. I think there's ways in which we have discussed what that might look like, but we haven't actually made it a reality in some ways. So you might want to think about defining the club's identity beyond just school events, and how you can carve a niche for the club in the life of SFS as a whole. All right, so thank you. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is my first year presenting the award and being a co-teacher leader of the group. Stepping into this role, I have been thoroughly impressed by the outstanding leadership and commitment shown by the student leaders we are honoring today. They have brought together two very different mediums for the first time in the service of the school, and in the process, unifying many people doing the same thing in different contexts into one club that brings it all together. It was an ambitious goal from the beginning, and even a daunting one, but their commitment and leadership shown have made this a very successful transition year towards this effort. And so it is my great pleasure this evening to present the award of Outstanding Leadership to Thomas Kang, and 2 awards for Outstanding Commitment to Ho Jae Lim and Winnie Sean. Thank you.
Hello, APAC girls. Hope all is well and you are hanging in there. I just want to congratulate all of you on a job well done this year. I know it was bittersweet because we couldn't perform in Hong Kong. However, I hope you realize that the goal was more of the process than the actual goal itself. Of course, we would have loved to perform and explode on that stage, but let's try to take the good parts of this, of what we learned in terms of our experiences we had in dance, choreography, the people we met, and also take this as a life lesson, of course, along with COVID, that when things are going right, something will always come and punch you in the mouth and throw you off course. So I hope we all grew through this and gained a lot of wisdom and maturity from it. And I also want to congratulate the seniors on an awesome job, and it'll be sad saying goodbye to you guys. I hope you guys go on and dance, whether if it's not professional in the arts. I hope you always keep dance inside your mind and your spirit, and that you always do it for spiritual and stress relief. And I guess that's that. Good working with you guys. Take care. This award is going to a student who displayed character. Character meaning she was willing and open to learn new things. She displayed humility, most of all an enthusiasm and joy to dance, which I always appreciate working with. Her enthusiasm was infectious infectious to others, and people were able to see that energy illuminate in her performance. The Outstanding Commitment to Dance Award goes to Julie Park. Congratulations. Next is the award for Most Valuable Dancer. This is going to someone who not only displayed skill artistically and creatively, but was also a valuable asset to myself and the team. She took on thankless responsibilities and was also a leader to whom many looked up to. Without knowing she danced, you would automatically sense that the passion for dance runs in her veins. The award for the Most Valuable Dancer goes to Iris Park. Congratulations.
Good evening. I have 2 awards to give to 3 artists this year. The first goes to 2 artists, and this is Notable Achievement in Visual Arts. So the 2 artists I would like to honor tonight for notable achievement have demonstrated considerable growth, specifically in the way that they have developed independence in their art making. Their art practice is vibrant and it's authentic. These artists are risk takers, but they do so with calculated vision. They have shown authentic dedication to their art making and have done so consistently throughout their high school careers. As a result, they have each produced a meaningful body of work that speaks to who they are, not only as artists, but as humans. Despite our recent circumstances over the past few months, so many of our students, but our artists have persevered and have overcome all kinds of creative constraints. And I have been so impressed by these 2 students specifically in their self-direction and the manner in which they have brought everything to a proper point of resolution, which is hard to do under normal circumstances. Coincidentally, both artists speak to their past, present, and future. and investigate ways to visually weave cultural heritage with contemporary life. One does this through an investigation of architecture, another through a variety of paintings, installations, and mixed media. The award for notable achievement in the visual arts goes to Renee Chang and Jungmin Jung. Congratulations. The final award is presented to an artist for notable achievement exhibition for the visual arts. This is given to a Year 2 senior for their work on the diploma exhibition. The exhibition every year is such an undertaking, and while it is an extremely rewarding endeavor on its own, I believe that honoring an individual for exceptional curatorial execution of this production merits recognition. This year was unique in that students had to prepare all of this in isolation, and it ended up living in the virtual realm. Despite these challenges, this artist has shown dedication to her vision and have made those visions into a reality. The artist has grown tremendously over the past year, and if I had time, I would read her entire curatorial rationale, which you can do on our website. As she writes, but equally important, when I look at her work, it is evident that for this artist, art is a constant. It's a constant vehicle with which to come to terms with embracing change, with understanding femininity, and it is a process of serious self-reflection. It brings me hope to see young artists grasp art and its healing power in this way. Her work possesses a special tension. Her drawings and sculpture are so visually impressive, yet when you look beyond the surface, you can see how they speak to apprehension and anxiety. I have tremendous respect for this artist and this student, and the honor of notable achievement and exhibition goes to Andrea Chun. Congratulations.
Greetings, Orchestra, and welcome back to the Orchestra Room virtually. I want to tell you that this whole building, the LISO, has been so quiet, and that you are the lifeblood of this school, and we miss you so much. These chairs have been empty, and it's just been quiet. And I'm looking forward so much to having you back and making music with you. I want to remind you that we've had a wonderful year, despite the setbacks that we've had recently. We put on an entire opera, really, with Les Mis this fall, and we had some gorgeous musical moments in this very room. And I will always remember those. I think that you are a fantastic group of individuals, and I'm so honored to be your conductor. I love the way that we make music together, and I can't wait to make music with you again soon.
Good evening.
This award is for the IB Musical Scholar. For the past 5 years, I have had the privilege of exploring the academic aspects of music with students in the DP Music course. Musicology is a passion that is near and dear to my heart, and I truly love guiding students to the deeper understanding of music that this course teaches. Students in this course must perform, listen, analyze, and create music from a wide variety of time periods and world cultures, and this year's senior class was phenomenal. They were so great that I felt a new award was necessary. The compositions and performances were all incredible, but I would like to recognize a student tonight for her achievement in listening and analysis, important musical skills that are not as often heralded. While we had many good writers in this class, I found that this student's writing was consistently exemplary. For the past 2 years, she has always seemed to grasp and describe concepts in the music that we are studying and listening to on a level that most college freshmen and sophomores would envy. Her extended essay in music was one of the finest examples of musicological research that I've ever seen from a high school student. It is my great pleasure to award this year's IB Musical Scholarship Award to Yuna Lee. Okay, good evening. I'm here to present you with two students with the Tri-M Leadership Award. At the beginning of this year, it looked as if our Tri-M branch might cease to exist. My teaching schedule and new rules for club meetings made the process of running the club particularly daunting. Yet there were 2 students who did not give up on this incredible service organization and worked hard to find a way not only to make it possible, but a great success this year. They have spent countless hours organizing meetings and events, working with junior members of the executive board, and giving the school an honor society it can be proud of. Even with the schedule of events cut drastically by COVID, this has, in many ways, been the most successful year for this club in my time as the advisor, and I want to thank and honor these 2 for their work. This year's Tri-M Leadership Awards go to Sydney Chun and Jiyoon Lee. I'd like to present some students with the Orchestra Awards this evening. Each year, I find it increasingly difficult to decide who to recognize from our ensembles at this Fine Arts Awards night. This is wholly due to the ever-increasing pool of talented musical candidates in the orchestra at our school. This year, we had perhaps the most talented group that I have ever had the honor of directing. Unprecedented numbers of students tried out for and made the Kaimia and Ami honor orchestras, and APAC editions were by far the most competitive that they have ever been. Many students of our group undertook the challenge of joining the pit orchestra for the school's production of Les Mis and played nearly every moment of every practice and every 3-hour show. And it was a great success. Best of all, we will be able to build quite a bit on this year's success since we only have to say goodbye to 1 senior in orchestra. Shout out to Yuna, we'll miss you. After much deliberation, however, there are a few students that I would like to recognize this evening. This first award is for outstanding musicianship in chamber orchestra. Chamber orchestra is our elite string ensemble at SFS, and we have such an amazing group this year that I'm not exaggerating when I say that literally anyone in the group would be deserving of this award this year. The student who I would like to honor has consistently been an amazing musical cellist that brings passion to his playing every time the bow touches the string. Additionally, he undertook the challenge of performing the piano obbligato part in the block concerto for the APAC Orchestra and performed the entire piece from memory. He is a phenomenal performer who clearly lives and breathes the notes he plays. This year's Outstanding Musicianship in Chamber Orchestra Award goes to Dennis Kim. This next award is for Outstanding Leadership in Chamber Orchestra. Although there are many students who could win this award as well, I'm constantly impressed by the calm, quiet way that this student leads her section. It is one thing to be a talented player and quite another to play and lead well. This student accomplishes both with aplomb. The most impressive performance this year was when she led the entire group in a performance of the Vivaldi Double Cello Concerto without a conductor as the first cellist. When I presented her with the opportunity, she never wavered and calmly, confidently led the group in the performance as one of 2 fantastic soloists. This year's Outstanding Leadership in Chamber Orchestra Award goes to Claire Kim. This next award is for Outstanding Musicianship and Commitment in Pit Orchestra. Producing the music for a show is always an exciting, exhausting, and highly rewarding experience, but this year's show was truly special for the musicians. The concentration that is required to play nearly every moment of a 2.5-hour show is heroic, and yet every single member of the orchestra showed up night after night and made it seem routine. One of these musicians stands out, however, as someone of such extraordinary commitment that he even came back to play the second act after fainting from exhaustion during intermission at one performance. That is some crazy commitment. This student also displayed such amazing commitment to the show by always helping to pick up the orchestra pit area and helping to strike it after the show. He is a fantastic player, and his commitment to our pit orchestra went above and beyond this year. I am pleased to award this year's Outstanding Musicianship and Commitment in Pit Orchestra Award to Derek Mew. This next award is for Outstanding Musicianship in Symphony Orchestra. Our largest orchestral ensemble, Symphony Orchestra, contains many talented players, and what we produce would not be possible without the depth of talent in that group. The winner of this next award is the leader of one of the largest and deepest sections that the orchestra program has ever had in my time at SFS. Her talent, poise, musicianship, and passion for the music that she plays are immediately evident to everyone who watches her perform. Every ensemble she performs with is made better by her presence in them. This year's Outstanding Musicianship in Symphony Orchestra Award goes to Claire Kim. This next award is for Outstanding Leadership in Symphony Orchestra. This award must definitely go to a student who is a born leader. She may not know this, but I have seen and been excited about the great potential she has had to lead this group ever since she was a freshman. She possesses so many of the qualities that one looks for in a great leader. She is dedicated, positive, hardworking, and leads her extremely talented section by example. She is a leader in every ensemble in our orchestra program and has taken the initiative to co-found the school's very successful Commilitore Quartet. She is a servant leader that donates countless hours of her time to serve the school and community with her music. As the host for the APAC Orchestra Festival this year, I was able to set a seating chart for the group and pick the principal players. I knew that this student would represent the school honorably and could handle the challenge of leading the entire 90-person select orchestra. As she always does, Gia proved that she was up to the task. This year's award for Outstanding Leadership in Symphony Orchestra goes to Gia Che. And finally, the National School Orchestra Award. It is my great honor now to present a very deserving student with the National School Orchestra Award. This prestigious award is given to one outstanding student each year at thousands of high schools throughout the United States and in international schools around the world. It is widely recognized as the highest honor that can be bestowed on a high school orchestra student. Typically, I look only to seniors for this award, as it would be difficult to achieve the defining character and musicianship that is needed to win this award before your final year in high school. As we have no seniors in our daytime class orchestra, I even considered not giving this award this year. After careful reflection, however, there is a student who, though she is still a junior, is deserving of this high honor already. She is a phenomenal musician, an Ami and Kaimia caliber violinist. Her violin sings when she plays it, and she leads a talented section that has produced some of the finest string music I've ever been privileged to direct. She gives hours of her time not only to pursue music for herself, but to share it with others in service to our school and community. She clearly has music in her soul and speaks our beautiful artistic language natively. This year's National School Orchestra Award is presented to Gia Che.
Hey Crusader Band, I hope you're well. When I think back over the year we've had together, there's been some incredible moments and my heart's filled with double happiness. It's been a real pleasure getting to know all of you and watching you grow as musicians. And I want to thank you for dedicating yourselves to the music and everything we've done together. Thank you for welcoming me so warmly, and it's been a real pleasure being your conductor. I hope you'll rest and enjoy this summer and play lots of great music. And hopefully before too long, we can meet again together in the rehearsal room and play beneath the bright lights. Take care, Crusader Band. Hey Wind Ensemble, what an incredible year we've had together. And even though there hasn't been as many performances on a real stage, there have been so many musical moments during rehearsals that have given me goosebumps. And so I want to thank you for dedicating yourselves to the music and to growing through the music with me together. We've made some great art this year, and that's because of you. So thank you for welcoming me so warmly. It's been a real pleasure being your conductor and making music with you. And as I look forward to next year, I can't help but get excited about the wonderful art we're going to make together and the experiences we're going to have in music. So stay safe over summer, keep playing music, and before long, we'll be playing together again.
The Freshman Rising Star Award goes to a dedicated euphonium player who has excelled this year both musically and in his character. Although he was a very good player at the start of the year, I've seen him constantly challenge himself to become even better, and he does so with humility and quietness. And I can't wait to see what he accomplishes over the next few years at SFS here. So, Jordan Kim, congratulations. The next Freshman Rising Star Award goes to a clarinet player who has truly shone bright this year. She scored the second highest place in the career-wide auditions for the National Honor Festival, and she made it into APAC band as well. She plays with unmatched, effortless technical brilliance on the clarinet, so much that I've never seen in all my years teaching high school band. And on top of that, she makes it look easy, and she's humble, and she's one of the most unassuming students I've ever met. Tony Barn, please come and accept your award. The Sophomore Showmanship Award goes to a very talented musician who has played with passion and finesse this year. He has indeed been a showman, dazzling us with his brilliant solos and putting meaning into everything he has played. He is not afraid to be heard and command his trumpet to soar the heights demanded it by the music. He is a student who truly loves music, and I've had many deep conversations with him about music, and I think his passion for this subject runs deep. Max Nam, it's been a pleasure working with you, and congratulations on your award. The Junior Devotion Award goes to a student who has indeed been devoted to the SFS music program. He played euphonium in the wind ensemble, trombone in the jazz band, trombone for the Les Mis Pit Orchestra, and tuba for the APAC band. He has also successfully auditioned for the National Honor Festival band on euphonium. He plays with refinement and passion and has given 100% to all of these ensembles that he has been part of. He is a student who truly loves music and has done all he can to be in all the groups that we offer here at SFS. He has made our department amazing. And we thank you, Yongjin for your devotion and commitment to making great music. Congratulations on your award. The Solid Senior Award goes to a senior who has been involved in the band program at SFS since he could have the opportunity to play. A truly great band is not just excellent musicians, but it's also members who are part of a team. This student is both. Every rehearsal, I would see him focused, listening intently to his fellow musicians, blending his sound into theirs. He has the musically mature vision for the whole piece and not just what his part should sound like. He is a solid, dependable player who has the respect of every other musician in the room. Ryan Kim, thank you for your dedication to music and your consistent work here at Seoul Foreign School. And we thank you and honor you with this award. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is the highest jazz award given to a high school band student. This year's award recipient has shown his love of jazz through his dedication to practice and his willingness to create art in the moment. This combination of refined technique and spirited, passionate solos has been seen all year. He is always one of the first to volunteer to play a solo, and this is not for the faint-hearted, but he has taken it in his stride and has inspired other students to do the same. Simon Choi, please receive this well-deserved award. Our final award, the Sousa Award, is the pinnacle of achievement in a high school band. It recognizes superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. This year's recipient is a senior who has shown both superior musicianship and outstanding dedication, not only for his senior year, but since he started playing at SFS. In his freshman year, he successfully auditioned for the National Honor Festival Band. In his sophomore year, he made it into the National Honor Festival Band as well as the Army International Band. He then suffered setbacks due to having to wear braces. And over the past year, I've seen him persevere and emerge a truly amazing trumpet player. And he made it again into the National Honor Festival Band this year, as well as the APAC Band. And he has been in APAC Band indeed more than once, a few times over the years. It's with great pleasure that I honor this truly great musician and dedicated member of the band program. Jacob Kim, well done on your well-deserved award.
Hey SFS singers, well, it's been a great year and an interesting year also, but a great year musically. So much beautiful music was created and made and performed on stage. Everything from productions like Les Mis to right in this very room. So much music has been happening in this room the first semester. Concert choir, Moonlight Choir, APAC Choir, Moonlight Choir, I already said that, Psalms Choir, and all the choirs that happen in here and all the extra groups that meet for rehearsal, whether it be for honors choirs that you're auditioning for. But the main thing is for you to remember, even though during this terrible second semester that you made some amazing music, and right here you might remember some of these Christmas songs. Any of these songs ring a bell? Ring a bell. And amazing Christmas songs that you guys performed. But then of course all of these songs on this side of the piano are the songs that we planned on doing for the spring concert, and many of you have been practicing all of these songs along the way, even as you've been at home, because some of you have gotten assignments to be doing that in choir class. The good news is you have been singing a lot of music these months, even at home, because I've heard you with your recordings. Thank you for your passion for singing, and as this last one over here goes, you know that there is power in music, as that was going to be our finale song for the mass choir in our spring concert, which didn't happen. The power of a song. So you guys know how much power music can have. That's why you're in choir. You know how much power words through song can have to heal, to challenge, to encourage, inspire, and to bring unity among people. So I can only say thank you for your commitment to being a part of our choirs, and please keep being a part of choir in the future. And I love all of you. See you soon.
Good afternoon. As always, the giving of awards is a great time to honor those who have excelled and achieved in many areas, but it's also one of the most challenging decisions of the year for me. So many of you deserve recognition for your passion for singing and your commitment to the choral program here at Seoul Foreign School. For this reason, I am grateful and blessed to have been able to work with such talented students. I'd like to remind all of us at this point, though, that apart from musical talent, character, integrity, commitment, passion, a teachable spirit, and a respectful attitude are very heavily considered when it comes to awards. It is not just about the beautiful voice that all of you have, by the way. Now, on to the choral awards for this year. There are 3 Moonlight Choir Awards given this year. The first one is the Moonlight Choir Leadership Award. This student has been in Moonlight Choir for 3 years and has naturally taken on leadership roles over the years. She is well respected by her peers, a leader vocally, and the go-to person when we are in need of some good creative movements to go with our songs. She has led vocally in many ways, as well as participation in many concerts. As well as, I'll just start a new sentence there. She has led vocally in many other ways as well, whether by participating in other choirs, such as in the NHF Honor Choir, AMI, or on the stage singing her heart out. Concert choir as well. This year's Moonlight Choir Leadership Award goes to Christine Lee. Congratulations, Christine. The next Moonlight Choir All-Star Award is the award that is awarded to the student who is considered an all-star because of their commitment and involvement in Moonlight Choir. This student has been in Moonlight Choir all 4 years of high school, and it was no small feat to successfully audition for Moonlight Choir as a freshman. That's very unusual to get in. This year's Moonlight Choir All-Star Award goes to Spencer Lee. Congratulations, Spencer. The third Moonlight Choir Award is the Moonlight Choir Commitment Award. The Moonlight Choir Commitment Award is awarded to the student who has exhibited extraordinary commitment to Moonlight Choir. This student I'm speaking of has stepped up in many ways, sometimes unseen, to ensure the success of all members of Moonlight Choir, whether through communicating important information to the group, reminding the group about deadlines, or not to forget to bring your tie, guys. This unwavering demonstration of commitment to the success of the entire group was appreciated by everyone. This year's Moonlight Choir Commitment Award goes to Anna Castagnaro. Congratulations, Anna. The Outstanding Leadership in Choir Award goes to students in concert choir, which is our school day choir class, high school concert choir. There are 2 recipients of the Outstanding Leadership in Concert Choir Award this year, and both students have demonstrated commitment and leadership during choir class in various ways, including leading in sectionals, leading by years of vocal singing experience, and most importantly to me, leading with good conduct and respectful attitudes. This year's Outstanding Leadership in Concert Choir Award goes to these 2 individuals, Elias Kim and Anna Castagnaro. Congratulations to both of you, and thank you for your commitment. Psalms Choir. There are also 2 awards that are given to Psalms Choir participants or leaders. Outstanding Leadership and Commitment in Psalms Choir Award. There are 2 recipients this year, and I have been very impressed by the level of commitment and leadership that I have seen in both of these students, mainly because Psalms Choir is non-auditioned, ungraded, and meets in the evening. So commitment to that right there is above and beyond the average person. Both students were faithful members of Psalms Choir for 3 years and stepped up to take on leadership roles when other students graduated. The recipients of the Outstanding Leadership and Commitment in Psalms Choir Award goes to these 2 individuals, Spencer Lee and Elias Kim. Congratulations to both of you, and thank you for your service in Psalms Choir. Please recruit new leaders for next year. Finally, the National School Choral Award. This award honors the high school student who has demonstrated the highest degree of commitment and involvement in the SFS choral program during their high school years. As a reminder, this is not a Best Vocalist award, but instead an award which recognizes the outstanding contribution, achievement, loyalty, and most importantly, involvement in our choral program. While there are several seniors who have contributed greatly to the overall choral program and deserve to be honored for their achievements, and I do honor you, according to the stats, there is one who stands out, having been involved the most in the Seoul Foreign School choral program throughout their high school career. This person has been in Moonlight Choir for 4 years, APAC Choir for 2 years, Psalms Choir for 3 years, Concert Choir for 1 year, and has successfully auditioned for the National Honors Festival Choir all 4 years. They also auditioned and were selected to be in the International Honors Choir, AMI, all 3 years in a row. This person has held leadership roles in various choral groups and is well respected by their peers. Their passion and dedication to the choral program, along with their teachable and very humble spirit, has been an example for everyone. In recognition of singular merit, ability, and achievement, of outstanding contributions to the success of the school vocal program, and of an unusual degree of loyalty, cooperation, and high qualities of conduct, by the general consent of the music faculty, school officials, and others, the National School Choral Award is hereby conferred upon Spencer Lee. Congratulations, Spencer. This ends the presentation of the Choral Awards. Congratulations to all, and I hope to see you all soon.
Good evening. It is our honor as the SFS Music Department to present a very deserving student with the Leonard Bernstein Award. In his long career, Bernstein made an indelible mark on the musical world as a conductor, composer, and teacher. This award will honor students whose musical contributions, dedication, and creativity set them apart as deserving of the highest recognition of their achievements. This award is the highest honor that the SFS Music Department can bestow, and it is only given in years where there is a student deserving of the award. This year's award winner is a consummate musician. He embodies every quality that is necessary to succeed in our art. He is an arranger and performs with extreme expression and technique on the piano. He is an outstanding vocalist who has successfully auditioned for AMI, Kaimia, and APAC honor choirs and performed a major role in this year's musical. He has shown grit, determination, and talent in learning to play the double bass, going from an absolute beginner to a leader in his section in the orchestra. He has a solid grasp on the academic concepts in music and regularly demonstrates them in the IB music course. Finally, he has shown a heart for service through music with his work as a Trium Executive Board member and by helping to organize a virtual recital this spring. Music is so obviously his heartbeat, and he has expressed a desire to become a professional conductor or music educator someday. He will surely succeed in this pursuit, and I cannot begin to describe just how fortunate the students in those ensembles will be to have him for a director. This year's Leonard Bernstein Award winner is Arnold Hahn.
Welcome to the booth. For those of you who are not a part of Crusader Live, this is a view you've probably never seen before of the Liso Center. So welcome to where all the magic happens. For those of you lucky ones that are part of Crusader Live, just gotta say thank you so much for your dedication and your service and your commitment to production at Seoul Foreign School for the first half of the year. It's been a very different second half of the year. Only got one of 3 productions in for you guys, and feel bad about that, but the scene shop is ready to go. The consoles are ready to go as soon as you guys come back, and hopefully we'll be able to get your hands in here on the cameras, on the consoles, and doing your thing again soon. We miss you guys, and we hope that you've been doing well. Good evening. Each year I present the Crusader Live Award to a crew member who has demonstrated an exceptional commitment to production excellence. This year's recipient has been a member of Crusader Live for the last 3 years. Though quiet and preferring to be behind the scenes, she has actively supported many productions and events on the SFS stages. She has been an active leader to her peers in the scene shop and has also been a member of the Crusader Live leadership team during the last 2 years. This past year, she stepped into a less behind-the-scenes role, filling a very active and important position, liaising between actors, crew, production teams, and the director. In her role as stage manager for 2 high school productions this year, she has led with confidence and a dependability that the entire production team can count on. As a senior crew member often looked up to by new and younger crew members, I know that her leadership and her presence will be missed. I'm pleased to present this year's Crusader Live Award to Jackie Hahn.
Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you there. This is Mrs. Moon. I'm in the costume room, you know, just hanging up costumes from plays that we did this year and thinking about you and missing you. I'm here alone, as I usually am, and it's not a good look, but I can tell you it looks a lot better when you're here with us. We've missed you, but I was thinking a lot about what an incredible year we had in spite of everything that's happened. I think you guys in the high school were some of the luckiest of kids in terms of theater, not in terms of other things necessarily, but in terms of theater. And I was thinking a lot about especially how we got to do both our shows, which initially we thought was a horrible situation back to back, but we would have never done Mermaid if that hadn't happened. So in some ways, that decision really worked in our favor. And I'm so glad that both of you, that you guys got to be both in Les Miserables and Mermaid, which is something that I'll always remember. I'm just going to hang these up and keep talking. I got to go to the prop room. There's a lot happening. We're really going to refurbish the costume room before you come back. I'm so excited to tell you that. I don't know what that means, but it's definitely going to be cleaned. But I was also thinking, you guys, as much as I just hate that you didn't get to do APAC theater and forensics, but we also, one amazing thing is that all the IB performances were completed, and that did not happen for a lot of IB classes around the world. And so you didn't have to worry about doing them online. And that was a wonderful thing. Remember the prop room, guys? Don't forget it. This is where it all happens. Look how clean it is. We've been working on the prop room. We just have to put away a few things here. But I'm so grateful the IB kids got to do their performances, and I'm so grateful that Fringe got to have time doing so many wonderful things with Miss Schneider with improvisation. And Christine got to do her cast project play, which was wonderful. There were so many theater experiences that could have been cut, and they didn't cut them. So what a great thing. And that's why I think it was pretty extraordinary in terms of theater. There were other things that I thought of too. Oh, I know what it was, but I'll tell you because I got to go really quickly and say something to Mr. Striffler. But I was thinking how it was so lucky that we got to do both artists in residence. We got 2 artists in residence. In 1 year, hey, Mr. Striffler, how you doing?
Dude,
How are all those contracts coming for the new shows next year?
We've selected so many great shows next year.
Yeah, so got the contracts, we're getting it done.
I could tell you, but I don't think
we're
I'm
going to keep it
allowed
on the
to
down
keep
low.
it on the down low right
We are
now.
going to tell you before the end of the year, right, Mr. Striffler?
Absolutely.
Can you guys say to hi, Mrs. Cha, one of our beloved drama mamas, who is now going to be here every day. You will see her every day, which we're really excited about that too. Thank you, Mrs. Cha. You're the best. But anyway, thank you, Mr. Striffler. I just wanted to check in and make sure we're getting the contracts done. But anyway, you guys, there are so many things that I'm going to look back on this year and feel happy about, even though there was so much that was sad. Oh, so anyway, guys, I was going to thank you for some things this year. But wait a minute, here's Mr. Black, who is absolutely preparing. Hey! Guys, gobos for you. For next year. Mr. Black has so many things up his sleeve, which we won't talk about now, right?
We're going to raise tuition so that we can start cutting our own gobos too.
Yeah, because it costs like $2 billion to get a gobo cutting machine, apparently. But anyway, always working, always getting ready for the next show. Love you, Mr. Black. See you soon. Anyway, guys, I was going to thank you guys so much for your just willingness to adapt last year. Like, I know that you guys, we were going to do the Heart of Robin Hood, and yet you guys were willing to trust when we had to change the show at the last minute to do Mermaid. So I just want to show you one last place that is dying for you. Follow me. Just one last place, and then I'm going to have to say goodbye until I see you at the Fine Arts Awards. Here it is, guys. Remember this place? Remember? You can hear my voice echo. Hello! There's an echo. That is sad. This place is meant to be filled with you. And I can't wait until we see you here again. Lots of love, SFS theater students. Looking forward to working with you again soon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, at home and abroad. It's so good to be here with you tonight at our 2020 Fine Arts Banquet. I'm here today with our photographer, thank you so much, and my one audience member, thank you so much, Mr. Jack Moon. There are so many awards that I wanted to give tonight. Unfortunately, I can't give all the awards I want to give, and that's my biggest problem every year. But there are some that I will give, keeping in mind that there are so many of you that have stood out to me this year for such a variety of reasons, and I hope that I will be able to have a chance to write you a letter and explain that. Even if I can't give you an award, I want you to know how much you have meant to me through your participation in the theater program this year. There are so many seniors who I've had the privilege of working with for the past 4 years, and it's really been a journey. I have seen you guys grow, stumble, fall, get back up, come, go, lose yourselves, find yourselves, risk, fear, embrace, adapt, distrust, trust, experiment, learn, all of those things I've watched you do over the course of the 4 years. But I just want you to know, seniors, that you have made your mark, not only because your names are on the back wall of the Liso Center, but your presence will be forever on these stages. The Liso stage, the Rob Hall stage, the Black Box stage, the Drama Lab stage. Seniors, I wanted to share with you before I started my awards just a few of my favorite memories, and I so hope I don't leave anyone out. If I do, please write me a very painful email, which I will be sad to receive. But one of my favorite memories is seeing Eli as lovelorn Lyle Fagioli in Shakespeare in Hollywood, chasing his supposed beloved all over the stage. I remember seeing Una Lee in her eccentric, colorful New Yorker partner in crime to Moonface, Irma Latour in Anything Goes. And then Christine Park as the little brother, Pugsley Adams, singing What If in the Addams Family. Christine Lee as Eponine, the heart-wrenching moment when she sings to Marius, but he is singing to Cosette. Annalise as the beautiful queen, Hippolyta, and a fairy in Midsummer Jersey. Rebecca Coe, I will never forget her director's project performance that she did for IB Theater, where she did a scene from Macker's set in a Korean context, where she played the mudang or shaman as she did the witches' speeches in Korean. And also as Loska in the Syringa Tree, where she did a full-on South African accent. I won't forget Sammy Furnish as Mrs. Biggs, Matron Lanning, Dominie's daughter in the Syringa Tree, with her South African accents as well. And Linnea Knoll as Elizabeth Grace in the Syringa Tree, who was torn between the safety of her family and her concern for the treatment of Black South Africans. There are so many roles that you played, seniors, and I have memories of every single one of them, and I have loved watching you grow. I love knowing that theater is seeing, and I love knowing that as we see theater, hopefully we see the landscape of the world, but we also see the landscape of our lives as we enter into the characters and the stories that we create. And I'm excited about what we were able to do this year through the grace of God, in spite of everything that's happened, and what we will again do next year. But seniors, just know that we will miss you. So now I will begin the awards process. And yes, friends, I am wearing the costume that Linnea wore in Mermaid. I just have wanted to wear this ever since I saw her wear it, and I thought tonight would be the perfect opportunity. She looked a lot better in it, but nonetheless, here we go. So I'm going to start with the Best Character Actor Award. Character actors are usually described as unusual, playing unusual, interesting, and eccentric characters. Sometimes they're said not to be the leading man, but a supporting role. But I don't see it that way at all. I believe that character actors are as much leading characters as anyone in a show. They're the person who your eyes want to follow on the stage. They have a presence that is undeniable, and it takes time for them to find the character, days and maybe weeks before they find it. But then they climb into the skin of the character and play. Someone who does this beautifully at SFS is receiving the Best Character Award tonight. He too takes his time, but once he gets there, you don't want to miss what he creates. This kind of actor cannot fear. They have to risk. They have to experiment. They have to fail and try again until they find who they want to be. And this is the kind of actor that Junmo Koo is. So tonight, he will receive this year's Character Actor Award. Congratulations, Junmo! And now I will present the Best Actor Award. I believe you have to have empathy to be a good actor. And I don't believe all actors have empathy. I believe they should, however. The recipient of the Best Actor Award this year carries a great deal of empathy within him, as well as talent. But this is why when he is on stage, I really believe him. I'm carried away by what he feels and expresses. And it's never about him getting attention. It's a feeling that he wants to be truthful about the person he's inhabiting. To me, this is the makings of a wonderful actor. So this year's Best Actor Award goes to DJ Lee. Woo! Congratulations. And now I would like to present the Best Actress Award. A strong actress has to have a sensitivity and an awareness of what is happening around her. They have to tap into their own lives and find a way to connect themselves to the complex lives of their characters. They cannot run from this complexity, And I believe this year's Best Actress Award recipient does all of the above. She is willing to be vulnerable physically and emotionally. She takes time to connect to her roles. She's also willing to risk, and this can be very uncomfortable sometimes, especially in front of others. But this year's participant was willing to do the work regardless. This year's Best Actress recipient created compelling, emotional, vulnerable, sincere characters. She brought depth to her performances without fear. So this year's Best Actress Award recipient is Johanna Kleiner. Congratulations, Johanna. Please receive your award. And now I will present the Best Musical Actor and Actress Awards. The Best Musical Theater Actress will be the first award I give here. You have heard me speak of being a triple threat. Well, there's no question that this year's recipient is that. She may just be a quadruple threat in honesty. Yes, she can sing. Yes, she can dance and choreograph. Yes, she can act. All true, and she did it beautifully. But what I love too is that she didn't just stop with musical theater. She immersed herself in theater all year long. IB theater, student productions, choreography for the middle school play, performing in both high school shows and beyond. Like I said, a quadruple threat or maybe more. So I suppose this award really needs to be broader than it is. But this year's recipient of the Best Musical Theater Actress is Christine Lee. Congratulations, Christine. And now for the Best Musical Theater Actor. I love watching actors grow over time, over the years. There was a time when someone might have said that this year's recipient of the Best Musical Theater Actor Award was only able to play comedic roles or only have one kind of an accent. They wanted to put him in a box, something I never want to do with you as students, if possible. This year, this recipient tore out of any box anyone might have ever made for him and gave a fantastic performance in Les Mis as Javert. So this year's Best Musical Theater Actor Award goes to Elias Kim. Woo! Bust out of that box! Proud of you, Eli. And now, the Best Theater Ensemble Award. Being a theater ensemble member can mean many things. Some may say it's like an unsung hero award, and this can be true. Some describe this award as a person who's willing to do whatever is needed within the performance, also true. Some describe it as the person who's supportive of others so that they thrive, again, true. There is a humility and a kindness to this person that I will give this award to tonight that makes him the perfect ensemble member. He is helpful, generous, supportive, and willing to do any role required. He did this in both high school shows this year and last, and I am honored to give the Best Ensemble Member Award to Josh Yee. Congratulations, Josh. And now some awards that are so important to me. And this year, it's a little bit unusual because we have students coming from very many different levels in the school, age ranges, and experience ranges. But they are all, for many different reasons, rising stars. I want to start with someone that I've had the privilege to work with for the first time this year. I really do not know where to begin with this award recipient. He has more talent in his little finger than I could ever dream of having. How is it possible that we only worked together this year? How grateful I am for this year, however. Every day he surprised me. Every day he did something better than the day before. Every day I saw him push forward towards his ultimate goal of doing justice to the momentous role of Jean Valjean. How can someone this talented be this humble, supportive, encouraging to others, respectful of the process, and willing to do the work? Well, because there is Arnold Hahn. He was an answer to prayer. Someone asked me last year, do you know who your Jean Valjean will be? I said, no. God will bring him to us. And God did. So this year, I want to give the Rising Star in Acting Award to Arnold Hahn. Congratulations, Arnold. I have 2 other recipients of the Rising Star Award. It takes courage to be a newcomer to a school. It takes even more courage to audition on the first day of school for a musical. When I think of this actress, I think of the word courage. It is the type of courage that makes her throw herself completely into whatever she is doing on stage, whether she is moving in a hammock for the first time above the heads of the audience, or playing multiple roles in a musical, or playing male as well as female roles, and more. The second Rising Star Award for this year goes to Mika Takani, and I hope that this is just the beginning of many more experiences to come. Congratulations, Mika. And for my final Rising Star Award, to hear her sing is to soar. To see her on stage is to enter into her pain and whatever emotion that she may have. To watch her embrace her roles despite the difficulties of it is to feel deeply with her process. I am so glad that someone took the time to pull this next rising star onto the stage. She has definitely been a hidden star for a while, but she is now shining bright, and we're all the better for it. The next Rising Star Award goes to Ikat Sagankova, and I'm sure I didn't say that right, Ikat. I love you so much. I'm just nervous. Congratulations! Proud of you guys. The last award that I would like to present tonight is the Director's Award. I don't think I would have made it through this year without this person by my side. She was by my side for both shows and did exactly what I needed her to do every single day that we were in rehearsal together. Even before I asked, she often had the job done. She took copious notes on every word that I said. She took picture after picture to document our process. Called the shows as professionally as I have ever seen a student do, and pushed through in spite of her own personal challenges in life, particularly in Mermaid, when she had to play the role of both assistant to the director and stage manager. I will miss her desperately next year, but I know that whoever she gets to work with in the future will have the same positive and empowering experience I had as her director. This year's Director's Award goes to Jackie Hahn. Thank you, Jackie. I want to make sure that I did not miss any awards tonight. I also want to say that if you did not hear your name tonight, just know that that does not mean that you did not make your mark on this stage and in my heart and in our lives. We appreciate you all so much. We miss you desperately. I can't stand the echo of my voice in here. I need to have it filled with your voices too. And we hope to see you very soon. Congratulations to everyone.
The Langston K. Rogde Memorial Visual and Performing Arts Scholarship Fund. The Langston K. Rogde Memorial Visual and Performing Arts Scholarship Fund was created by Miss Linda W. Rogde in the year 2018 in honor of her late husband, Mr. Langston Rogde, who was the financial manager of our school from 1996 to 2010. A $1,000 scholarship will be awarded to a Seoul Foreign School graduating senior who meets the established requirements according to teachers representing theater, visual, and musical arts. The student must be a senior at Seoul Foreign School and in good standing. They must have demonstrated outstanding talent and abilities in either performing or visual arts. The student must also plan to pursue higher education in the fields of performing or visual arts. The recipient of the Langston K. Rogde Memorial Visual and Performing Arts Scholarship Fund Award is Anna Castagnaro. Anna's accomplishments in the areas of performing arts and academic music have been impressive during her high school career. Anna took IGCSE music in grades 9 and 10 with Mr. Ford and excelled in both composing and her understanding of music theory and of music history. She continued with DP music in her junior and senior years with Mr. Walker and has shown herself to be a highly skilled musical researcher and analyst. The depth of both her topic and findings in her extended essay was something that one would usually expect from an undergrad student. She consistently performs at an extremely high level in IB music as well. She has an intellectual curiosity and passion for understanding music in its context that will greatly benefit her in her life goals in the profession of musicology. Anna has also had a key role in multiple choirs throughout high school, including concert choir, moonlight choir, APAC choir, and Psalms choir. She also successfully auditioned for National Honor Festival Choir and the International Honors Choir, AMI, 3 years in a row. Anna's commitment to the arts here at Seoul Foreign School has been impressive and inspirational. Anna's application to Northwestern University included a vocal audition, which played a key role in her acceptance. We all wish Anna well as she pursues her studies in the field of music at Northwestern University this fall. Congratulations. Thank you all so much for watching this evening. Thank you not only to the award winners, but to every student who contributed something to the arts this year at Seoul Foreign School. We are so grateful of your time, your talents, your energy, your passion. You are all truly amazing. Of course, we wish you could be here with us. We miss you. We want you back at school. We want you back on stage, back in classrooms, back in our art studios. We miss you. Thank you for watching this evening. See you soon.